It's good now. Yeah, good afternoon all. Yes, good afternoon everyone. I can see Athira, I can see Aparna, I can see Mustafa. Good morning, welcome all. Welcome to VNK. Welcome offline also, okay? Not just online, even offline are there. Okay, welcome all everyone. Here, what we are right now, why we are here, why got assembled here, to know about what is this strategy for the civil services. Here I will not be teaching what do you mean by civil services, what are the structures that are there, like what is the pattern of the exam, like prelims is there, mains is there. I'm not going into that particular basic things. I hope all you people are well aware of that one. Like all you people are having good knowledge about the pattern of the exam, right? The pattern of exam, like first step is called as the preliminary exam. Then you need to enter into the mains part, where there are so many papers. What are these papers? And I am not going into all these things. If at all you are waiting for that one, very sorry, because I believe that all you people are well aware of all those things, right? How many papers are there? How many optionals are there? How to take up the optional, right? All those things. But what is my task here is, since this exam believed to be very difficult, of course, it is difficult provided if you are not following a perfect strategy for this one. What we are going to discuss today is that particular strategy, how to crack the civil services. There are so many proven examples. There are proven examples. If at all you are following this particular pattern, yes, within short time, you can achieve your goal. Like what do we need to do? The moment once you are entering into the civil services, everyone will be advising you to read the syllabus given by UPSC. UPSC has prescribed certain syllabus. You need to have the syllabus at your command. They use the word called as at your fingertips. This is what the people will be explaining. Entire syllabus should be at your command. For what the syllabus? Is the syllabus is very important or what? Of course it is important. But at fingertips, why to know at fingertips? That is one question. Then also, the very moment once you decide to study UPSC, mean what? Once you decide to go for the so-called writing the exam, UPSC exam, the people will be asking you, almost all the people, even your seniors, maybe your classmates, maybe your parents, everyone will be asking you, do you know, whenever you want to prepare for UPSC, every day you need to read newspapers. This is what the people will be giving the information. Like even a layman is having the information, like whenever you want to prepare for UPSC, you need to read the newspaper. Every day the current affairs are very important. Every day you need to follow the newspaper. This is what the people will be suggesting. Yes, all their suggestions are perfectly true. It's not like I'm not denying that the suggestions are wrong. Yes, they are true. But see the approach. When we talk about these two, what is the importance of this one? What is the importance of this one? In fact, what is this syllabus? What is the importance of the newspaper? Now understand this one. In the syllabus, they will be giving the subjects, like there are so many subjects. So many subjects are there. Like you name a subject that is there in your society, that is there in the even in the UPSC, directly or indirectly. There are certain questions asked even in the biotechnology also. There are certain questions asked in the microbiology also. But they are not directly given as a syllabus. But what are the syllabus that are definitely given for you in the UPSC are the 4 basic core subjects. What are the 4 basic core subjects where you need to have very great command on? One is history. The next one is called as the polity. The next one is called as the very important subject called as geography, the last one, economy. These subjects, these four are called as the core subjects of UPSC. What is important is you need to have very great command in these core subjects. At the same time, this is the first point, the four subjects where you need to have the great command, core subjects, each and every point needs to be known. Now, the moment once you start your preparation, the people will be asking you to read the newspaper, right? What is this newspaper? What is the link? Everyone will be asking you how to read the newspaper, what to read in the newspaper. Like the moment once you purchase the paper, they will be explaining you need to go to the editorial column, right? Editorial columns will be given at the middle of the page. The moment once you purchase the paper, you need to open the page, in the central page, you need to read the editorial columns. That is what the suggestion. Again, that is not a wrong suggestion, right suggestion. But as an aspirant, when I started my preparation way back in the some time period, the moment once I was suggested to go for the editorial columns, when I read that editorial column, I didn't understand the editorial column. Not one day, not 2 days, not 3 days. Continuously for almost 1.5 months. I didn't understand. Might be same, maybe happening with you. For majority of the people, it is the scenario that will be happening. Whenever you are seeing the editorial columns, you are unable to understand. Why? Why you are unable to understand? The point number one, because newspaper always talks about the present. There's even saying today's newspaper is tomorrow's waste paper, right? What do you mean by today's newspaper? Nothing but the present scenario. What is happening around you is a present. In order to understand the present, what is important for us is knowing the past. What is past? This is the past. What is past is this the past. Meaning what? What I said just now as the four core subjects is nothing but your past. What do you mean by the past? Whenever you are seeing the subjects, for you, history is a subject. For you, polity is a subject, right? But for me, all they are nothing but the past. What do you mean by the past? The same piece of land where you are staying right now. The piece of land where you are staying right now, this is the land. Someone was there earlier, maybe before your birth. When your birth was not there, then the people, you are not here. Someone was here. Before that one, someone was here. The same piece of land, what is common? The land is very common. The piece of land is very common. But what is not common? The persons who are staying there, they are keep on changing. Now you are there on this piece of land. Whenever you are there on this piece of land, it is your obligation, it is your duty to know what happened to this piece of land. Who were there in the past? Nothing but history. Who ruled our piece of land, our motherland? Nothing but history. What type of rules they implemented? Nothing but polity. Don't draw the lines between the subjects. Like you are reading the history and you should not think of polity. Whenever you are reading polity, don't think of the history. Again, the wrong strategy. There must not be any division between the subjects. Don't draw lines according to your will and wish in between the subjects. Don't draw. You need to compare with the history, with the polity, polity with the geography, geography with the economy. Because all they are your past. When you are not here, what happened? What type of climate was there? What type of crops used to grow? What type of rainfalls happened at that point of time? Nothing but geography. What type of system of commerce was there? System of trade was the trading was there. How the people used to supply the goods? How the people were exchanging the goods? Nothing but economy. What type of currency is there in the voyages? Whether it is the currency is there or not. In fact, sometimes the currency is not at all there. Like come across the barter system. What are these things? Nothing but whenever you are not there on this piece of land, it's called as India. On this India, when you are not there, someone was there. If you know who was there, what he did, what type of rules they implemented, what type of system of trade and commerce they did, what type of seasons were there at the point of time. Nothing but you are trying to know your motherland. Whoever is having a very great understanding of their motherland, meaning what? The past, they can understand the present. If you know this one, then only you can understand the present. What is present in the form of newspaper? What is past? Nothing but syllabus. Got the point? Questions, from where the questions will be coming from? Why the UPSC believed to be very difficult? Why the UPSC is believed to be very difficult? Because syllabus is this one, present is this one. From where the questions are asked from? UPSC is questioning. The questions are from this part. What is this part? This is neither the past nor the present. This is nothing but it is application of the concepts. Application of what you read here. When you can understand the conditions, provided if you know the past. If you know the complete past, if at all you are having the complete command over the past, then you can understand the present. When you know the present, then only you are in a position to predict the future. The application of all these concepts in the present so that you can get the betterment in the future. That is what the entire essence of UPSC. For this one, there are different steps like preliminary is there, the mains is there, and the personality test is there. How to approach? Having said this one, the first and foremost point, don't draw the lines between the subject. All the subjects are nothing but your past. What happened to your motherland when you are not here? If you try to know, then only can understand the present. What is given in the newspaper, the editorial columns. When you can understand the editorial column, provided if you read all these things, then only can understand. What happened when you are opening the particular newspaper and you are reading the editorial column? Why you are not unable to understand? Because you don't know the past simply. If you know the past, then only you will be in a position to understand this one. Then the newspaper will be of some resources to you. At this point of time, they are simply substances to you. What is a substance? What is a resource? Substance is any material. What is a resource? Resource is the one which is giving the greater knowledge, greater return. When you can get the greater return, provided if you are utilizing the substance. When you can utilize the substance, provided you will know the qualities of the substance. In order to know the quality of the substance, you need to know this one. This is the first step you need to do. Meaning, what you need to do? The moment once you start your preparation, you need to start with the books like either it is NCERT books, or you can go for even the books like NIOS. Whatever the book that is, meaning whichever the book where you are comfortable with. Don't stick to only NCERT, because as majority of the people, they will be explaining you to read only NCERT. Don't stick yourself to whatever the books the people are giving, like maybe some ranker is giving, yes, I read NCERT 20 times. What is the fun of reading 20 times? If you can understand the entire concept, no need to read again and again. Once you understand the concept, why do you read again? No need to. Whenever you are understanding NCERT, it's fine. If you won't understand, there are some other books called as NIOS. And again, don't try to purchase all the books. All they are available at free of cost in the internet. You can simply download the one. What is NIOS? Nothing but the National Institute of Open Schooling. It's called as the National Institute of Open Schooling. The National Institute of Open Schooling books are there. These books are very simpler. They have given the matter in a vivid manner, very clear manner. So clear, the language is so simple, even a layman can understand very easily. Even a 10th class student, whenever he is studying all these things, he can understand on his own. Meaning, you can go either for the NCERT or NIOS. What you need to read? You need to start with history. As a condition, again I am telling you, as a condition, you need to start with only history. If at all you are starting directly the polity, again there may be a sort of it's not misunderstanding, but there may be a confusion. There can be a confusion. So start with history, right from the basics. Since you are from the beginning, you are starting right from the beginning, you can start from the 6th standard. You can start from the 6th standard, Then the moment once you complete the 6th standard history, don't go to some other subject. Come to the 7th class, nothing but 7th standard. Then 8th, only history I'm talking about. Don't go to another subject. Then move to the 9th. Then come to the 10th. Stop there. Don't go 11th, 12th. Come up to 6th to 10th. These are the basic, like, when I talk about the 6th class and compare with the 8th class, the topics are almost all common. If I give the example, like say for example, there is a topic called as 1857 revolt. If there is a revolt called as 1857 given in the 6th standard, the same revolt of 1857 will again appear in the 8th standard. Don't skip the topic. Since I have already read in the 6th class, again it is there in the 8th class, don't skip. Why the people have again repeated that one in the 8th class? Meaning what? Listen this one. Whatever the content that is given in the 6th class and whatever the content that is given in the 8th class, definitely it's not one and the same. If it is one and the same, the people never will be again repeating the same concept in the 8th standard. Right? Some extra points may be there. Some extra points may be there. Some extra points will be there. You need to concentrate on that extra point. What is that extra? Nothing but analysis. That is what the analysis part. When the student is in the 6th class, his mind maturity is only up to certain extent where he can understand that particular point only when his mind got matured enough to understand the newly added points. What are the newly added points? Because of his mental maturity, he is in a position to understand that concept. Then only the people will be including, they will be including some concepts in the 8th standard. Pay attention on those included parts. What are those included parts? That is given in the 8th standard. That part is nothing but the analysis part. UPSC will be banking on those analysis. What makes the difference between the 6th standard student and the 8th standard student? Some mental maturity, where the people can analyze those points. Those points are very important. The same is a strategy even between the 8th and the 10th. Whenever you are talking about the 10th class, again in the 10th standard, you can find the same topic. Probably the same topic is there. The revolt of 1857 in our case. Again, some extra points are included. What are those extra points? Nothing but where the student is in a position to analyze those points at this age. For the point, meaning every class to other class, there is some improvement where they are talking about the mind maturity. Whenever the mind is maturing, then only the people can understand those parts. That part where you need to focus on. That is what you need to analyze. The moment once you are understanding those extra points that are included, focus more on those points. This is the first step in the first syllabus. I mean what? First subject. The same needs to be done in the second ranking subject. What is the second ranking subject? The first ranking subject is a history. This is the first one. Then you need to start with polity. This is the polity. Now you need to come to the polity. In an order, again, don't jump to geography or economy. In an order, you have to follow the same order. Once you understand the history, then only can understand the implications of the political scenarios. Or else you cannot understand the political implications. You need to have some basic understanding of the history. Then you can understand the political implications. Meaning what? Where you can understand some political concepts directly. Maybe doctrine of lapse. There, maybe if at all I'm giving the names. Don't go to what do you mean by doctrine of lapse. Just I'm giving one name. Let me not give the names also. Let me go in a very, very low manner. Let me give the basics only. Let us not give the examples, right? Polity. You need to start with the polity. Whenever you are seeing the polity, there are certain political developments that are there, right? The political development will be there with respect to India. How to understand? Whenever you are a political science student, what happens? You will be concentrating only on the political developments. What is that rule? What happened to that one? What type of objectives are given? What type of conditions are kept? This is what the people normally will be studying. Forgetting about how that particular condition arise to be included as a rule in that particular law. We never talk about what is called as why that particular rule came into picture. What we'll be discussing in the political science, we'll be discussing what is that rule, what are the objectives, what are the aims, what are the conditions. We'll be going in depth like that in the political science. But why that particular rule came into being, this is, you can understand whenever you are having a link with the history. Is it clear? Why? What is the need of that particular rule during that particular point of time? Maybe in 1951, a new rule was brought. Why only that particular point of time? Why not earlier? Who will be giving the information, the history? As an administrator, you should be having this broader outlook. Whereas for an academician, maybe the historian, or maybe a political science, or maybe a geographer student who is there in the academics, he's confined to only his subject. But you want to become a leader because you are aspiring for the civil services. When you want to become a leader, you should be having a broader picture. What is the broader picture? What makes the politicians, what makes the historians or the people who are ruling, made them to include that particular rule? Why the rule was included only during this point of time? In the current scenario, let us talk about one particular one. The repealing of the section 377. There is a section called as 377. It has been repeal of. Whenever it is there, earlier it was there. Earlier it was giving very great, best advantageous results for the government. But right now, these people are not talking about that one. They said that that is a vague, there is a vague rule that is present right now. Let us done away with. Why? The same rule was very important rule earlier. The same very rule is not important right now. Change in the society. Therefore, when a leader can understand that that particular change is required, provided he know what type of things were there in the past, then you need to start with 6th class, the so-called 6th standard, then come to the 7th standard, 7th polity, 8th polity, then 9th polity, then 10th polity. After 10th standard, stop there. Don't need to go ahead with 11th and 12th. You can stop there, right from 6th to 10th. With this 6th to 10th, you will be getting some basic knowledge. Then go for the third subject, which is called as geography. It's called as geography. The same scenario. You need to start with the 6th and you need to stop here in the 10th. Then after this one, you can go ahead with the other one called as the 4th one, economy. For the economy, you won't find the subject called as economy in the 6th class, 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard. You can see in the 9th standard. Yes, you can see in the 9th plus 10th. This is the basic work you need to do. The moment once you start your preparation, once you believe that you are preparing for the civil services, what is the main work, the basic work you need to do? You need to start with this one. This is a mandatory one. If at all you are having good clarity on the subject, meaning you might have done this one. Whoever is having good clarity on at least the basic 4 subjects, the people who have done this particular task, they have to start with history, then go to polity, then go to geography, then go to economy. Till what time? Only till 10th standard, right? With this basic information, what you will be in a position, you will be in a position to understand the newspaper. Now you can understand the newspaper. Until then, you won't understand the newspaper. Especially which part of the newspaper? Which part of the newspaper it is? It is basically the editorial column of the newspaper. When you can understand this editorial column of the newspaper, provided you are reading these 4 basic subjects, and so they're called as the core subjects. What happened to our India? Who ruled our India? What type of rule they brought? What type of conditions? What type of crops used to grow? What type of exchange was there? All this is our past. Now we can understand the current scenario, the present scenario. Whoever is well aware of the past, whoever is well aware of the present, understand the present. Well aware of the past can only understand the present condition. Whoever is having the past knowledge, then only can understand the present. Whoever understands the present, they can predict the future. This is the basic set of the first strategy to prepare for the civil services. Having prepared this one, now you are in a position to go for the newspaper. Now, what about the 11th and 12th standard? The 11th and 12th standard should be continued along with the classes. Now, all you people have joined the classes. Now, all you people have joined in the VNK. Whatever the subject that get completes, like maybe, let us take the case of geography. Maybe the faculty is completing the first chapter about the Earth's interior. The moment once it get complete in the class, you need to check that particular topic in the either NCERT or NIOS, whatever the book you have selected. You need to go to the 11th standard now. I'm not talking about the 10th standard book. Whatever the topic that is completed here, read the same topic the same day and get clarity on that same point. This is how you need to keep on continuing with all the subjects. Then what happens? You will be up to date. As and when the classes progress, you should be in a condition like in the case of geography. Let us first give the topic like Earth's interior. What is there in the interior of the Earth? Everything is being given by the faculty. Then you go and read. Then you can combine both the concepts of the faculty, whatever he has given and whatever is given in the textbook. You can combine with your past knowledge. What is there with you? What is there with you? Up to 10th standard, you are having the knowledge. That knowledge, this current knowledge, and whatever is given again in the textbook. You need to club all these three sources, and with this, you need to prepare. You need to prepare your own notes. What are the sources for your notes? The sources for the notes is the class. One is class. Excuse me. One is the class plus the 11th standard. 11th standard, whether it may be NCERT or some other book, whatever the book, the 11th standard and 12th standard book of whether it may be NCERT or NIOS plus your old knowledge. What do you mean by old knowledge? Already you are having some information because before coming to the class, you have completed all the NCERT till or NIOS till 10th standard. With that knowledge, you can understand the class to a certain extent, and where you will be ascertaining what you understood. It is in the textbooks on the same day. With all these three, what you are preparing? You are preparing your own notes. The points which are given in the class, the points which are there, additional points in the NCERT or NIOS, and whatever you know already according to your understanding. With all these inputs, you need to prepare your class notes. Every day, this is what the everyday activity. Once you are doing this type of activity every day for the period of almost all 9 to 10 months, then you will become a very good competitor for the UPSC. This is what the first and foremost strategy one should do. This is the first and foremost strategy one should do the moment once they start their preparation. This is the strategy, the proven strategy. Without wasting time, going in a very prescribed manner, having all sorts of inputs. Sir, apart from this one, shall I go for some other textbooks? Yes, you can go. When the moment once you are done with this one, that extra information, maybe in the newspaper or maybe in some other textbooks, that extra information will be available to you that you can include in your class notes. Where you can include? You can include in your class notes. The class notes is a dynamic book. Every day it will be keep on added up. This is called as add-on. This is called as add-on. What is add-on? Every day you need to add on. From where you need to add on? First of all, you have prepared that notes and then you need to keep on add on. What is that add on? Because of the newspaper, because of the current development. Maybe you might be listening some news in the in the radios or maybe in the news. Then you can add on this one. This is the first step, and this is not the entire strategy. This is the first step of the strategy. Right? This is the first strategy where anyone who is willing to start the UPSC preparation. This is the first one. Let you see the content again. What do you need to do? First of all, start with the NCERT books or NIOS book, right from history, then go to polity, then go to geography, then economy. Only up to 10th class, you will be having some basic understanding of what is India. Then you can go for the classes. After seeing the classes, whatever is given in the class with your own knowledge and with the reference needs to be verified. The verification should be there with the, again, the standard books like maybe NIOS or maybe NCERT. Whatever is dealt in the class, the dealt material or dealt issues needs to be cross-checked, cross-verified. It is not the checking of the knowledge of the faculty. It is the cross-checking means what? What you understood, what originally is given. That is what you are cross-checking, right? This is what you need to do. And with this, you need to prepare your own notes. This is the first strategy. Then after this one, after you did this particular task, then the second one. The second very important strategy is called as you need to follow the government. Every day you need to follow the government. What do you mean by the following the government? Since you want to enter into the government service, when you want to enter into the government service, you need to see what type of programs are being introduced by the government of India. What type of policies are being introduced? Programs and policies are introduced by the government of India. Plus, the government will be coming up with the new programs, new policies. Like the best example, some of the old policies, let me refer, like all you people are well aware of certain programs like NREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, right? This is a program that was introduced way back in the 90s, right? The programs that are introduced by the government, the policies that are implemented. What are these policies? Like Rural Health Mission, like Rural Telecom Mission. These are some of the very important policies that are introduced. The DTH, direct to home. All you people are well aware of DTH, right? You might be seeing the big, what is called as some round ball-like structures over the terraces of the houses, where we call this one as Airtel, Videocon, DTH, directly. What is DTH? Direct to home. When those things will be visible on your terraces, provided the government frame a policy for that one. Meaning what? You need to know what type of policies. I'll give one best example, then you can understand. Like earlier, in your household, you never found any electrical or electronic appliances with star rating. With star rating. What do you mean by star rating? If you see any refrigerator right now, or air conditioner, or oven for that matter, or a TV, you will be finding at one corner, you will be seeing the star rating like this. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Right? Where this is given in a red strip. Sometimes all the 5 are in the red strip. Sometimes only 3 are there in the red strip. Maybe 1 is in the red strip. Right? These are the star ratings. You ask your father, you ask your mother, why that star was not there earlier when they were in the childhood days of your age right now. There was no such star rating. For that matter, even when you are talking about those ratings, in your childhood days, they are not there. Recently, they came into picture. What is the star rating? Who has propounded that concept? At the same time, why the electrical appliances are going for star rating? Again, this is the policy of India. Meaning, whenever any new policy is introduced by the government, you need to follow the government. What is this policy? For what this one? What are the repercussions? What are the benefits? What are the ill effects? You need to know each and everything about this one. One more example. Sir, I didn't understand the star rating, sir. Why the star rating is being given? I don't know. Forget about, sir. I let you give another example. Suppose if at all you are living in the urban centers, maybe in the metropolitan cities. Whenever you are there in the metropolitan cities, you will be seeing the city buses. You know the city buses, right? What are the city buses? Where they will be plying within the city, within the urban area. They will not be going beyond the city. If at all you want to go beyond the city, you need to take some other buses, not the city buses. Those are the inter district or inter state services. Those are the interstate services. But I'm talking about the city buses. Whenever you are talking about the city buses, over the city bus, you will be finding the letters like JNN, URM. You'll find these lines. I mean, this word is there on the city bus. When you see this city bus and when you see these letters on the city bus, what is this one? Sir, they have painted the bus and they have given some name. What is this very name? If you are trying to know what is this one, it itself becomes the civil service preparation. It is one of the policy of the government. Whenever you are seeing, observing your surrounding, when you observe the new thing, if you try to know what is that one, it itself becomes a preparation. This is nothing but the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission. Jawaharlal Nehru, see here JN, Jawaharlal Nehru. N stands for national, U stands for urban, R stands for renewal, RENEWAL, M stands for mission. Meaning what? The urban areas needs to be renewed. The urban areas needs to be renewed with the more sophisticated equipments like latest technology, latest gadgets. And so the government has introduced a new series of electric buses, new series of CNG buses. Earlier the buses were there flying on the diesel. Now the buses are flying on the CNG. They are flying on the electricity. New, nothing but the urban renewal. Urban needs to be renewed. This is nothing but the program of the government. When you can understand all these things, provided if you are following the government, that is what the meaning of following the government. Every day you need to follow the government. What type of new things are happening? You can't expect every day the government will be giving the new programs, every day new the policies. But you need to follow the government every day. One is in the form of programs and policies. Another one is in the form of you need to follow the Prime Minister. Wherever this guy goes, you need to go. Literally, you need to go. Meaning what? You need to follow the Prime Minister. If he is there in the virtual summit, you need to follow this guy, what he is speaking, what type of agreements are happening, what type of developments are happening, whether the MOU was signed. What do you mean by MOU? Nothing but any memorandum of understanding was signed between the countries like India and other country. The best example, current example. Yes, day before yesterday it happened. Let me talk about the day before yesterday. Some development happened. Prime Minister was talking with the other heads of the nations, and they came up with a new group of countries. I mean, the group of came up with a new group where some 4 countries were included in the group. What is called as I2, U2. There is a new group formed right now. There is a new group developed. What is called as I2, U2. What is this I2, U2? That one is India, another I. Very good. It's called as Israel. U. One is USA, another one is. These four countries formed a group with the nomenclature called as I2U2. That is what the I2U2. What the people are doing. The moment once they club or once they come together, definitely there's some purpose should be there. As an aspirant, you should be knowing what are the objectives, what type of agreements. Some of the agreements already happened, like the government in India, the UAE government is going to invest almost all $2 billion. See, who is getting benefited? It is government of India. Meaning what? We are getting benefited. Who is investing? UAE, United Arab Emirates is investing $2 billion. $2 billion were invested on what? Integrated system of education. Sir, why UAE is investing? Sir, what is the benefit? That is what the question that should raise in your mind. When someone is investing in us, definitely no person on this planet Earth where no one will be doing some investment without something in return. You need to see what are the pros, what are the cons, what type of developments can be there, what type of ill developments can happen. You need to forecast the future. Whoever is having the ability to forecast the future, UPSC will be, it come to you. UPSC comes to you and it asks you to come and join UPSC. It's not like you need to go to UPSC. What is the only thing you need to do is, you need to get all the abilities, you need to get all the qualities, so that UPSC needs to walk towards you and needs to pick up. You should not be in a position to go and grab the UPSC. Make UPSC to pick up you. That is what you need to do. For that, what is happening around you? For that, what should be the future? What happens? What is going to happen in the future? You should be in a position to predict. When you can predict the future, provided if you understand the present. When you can understand the present, provided if you have the knowledge of the past. These are the two proven strategies where they make the people to enter the civil services. Simple two strategies. I'm not giving 10 strategies. A very simple two strategies. What is the first one? Prepare right from the basics. What are the basics? The four basics. Nothing but the past of yourself. Try to know yourself. What UPSC is asking? UPSC is asking, try to know yourself. Why you need to try? Why you need to know yourself? Because you want to become a leader. Who is a collector? Collector is a leader. Who is a SP? Superintendent of Police is a leader. When you want to become a leader, try to know your past. From where the past? From the basic textbooks. Don't believe that history is very dry, polity is very difficult, the geography is vast. See what you are talking about. Don't say that one subject is interesting, other subject is not interesting. No, that is all our past. If you consider this as a past, definitely all the subjects becomes very easy for you. This is the first strategy. The next strategy is simply follow the government. Sir, how to follow the government? Sir, where I need to refer? Again, the newspaper. If at all you are seeing the newspaper, meaning what? You are following the government. But emphasis, in the newspaper, there are so many news. Unnecessary news will also be there. But it is you who need to segregate which is important, which is unimportant. The ability should be there to identify which is important and which is unimportant. From where you can get that ability? In the classes. Whenever you are attending the class regularly, you will be getting the complete knowledge about which is a very important topic for UPSC, which is an important topic for UPSC. Right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, what matters is your knowledge that gives good returns to you. Therefore, everything is a knowledge. You should be confining yourself to such a knowledge where it will be paying you the returns. Simple, the two strategies. This is what you need to do. Right from today, come on, let us start this one. The very today, you start this one. within no time. Maybe you want to take 10 days, within 10 days you can complete, or if you at all you are slow, you can take 1 month. But complete this step. Once you complete this step, then only the second step follows. Without completion of the first step, if at all you are going to keep a leg on the second step, you will be slipping down like anything. Everything should be in a prescribed order. That is what the order is. This is a very simple understanding of the UPSC. Make UPSC to pick up you. Don't go to UPSC. All you people are seeing only on one side of the coin. What is that one side of the coin? You are preparing very hard for some years together and UPSC is not looking at you. That is what you are feeling. But there is the other side of the coin. Every year UPSC is waiting for the worthy candidates, but UPSC is not unable to get such worthy candidates. That is what the other side of the coin. It is forced to take some of the substandard qualities. Yes, that is what is the talk that is happening in the UPSC. All the people right now in this year, substandard quality people came. This is what the people will be explaining. Just imagine when you are selected as IPS or IAS and they call you as substandard, meaning what? What type of quality you are having? UPSC is searching for the quality products. And if you believe you are the quality product, do this work, definitely you can get in. This is the only simple strategy. Even I speak for 10.5 hours, I need to be on this one only. Is it clear? That is what this is the first strategy. The second one is follow the government. Second strategy. Sir, we want some inputs regarding the prelims, mains and all these things. Now, let us start with the prelims. What do you mean by the preliminary exam? This exam is a 3-tier structure. Preliminary exam, popularly called as prelims, right? Preliminary. Then it's called as the mains exam, main examination, which is popularly called as mains. And the last one called as personality test, PTA. PTA ones don't think that it is a preliminary test, it's a personality test, right? Now, what is this about? What is this about? This is the very challenging task. Don't think that this is only a simple preliminary part where the marks are not counted. The marks of this one is not counted. You need to just qualify. You need to qualify. Just qualify. They'll be giving some benchmark like this. If you cross this line, yes, you are qualified. But crossing this very line, deadly difficult. Don't think that it is so easy. When you can qualify this one, provided you prepare for entire mains, even for the PT, then only can qualify this one. You feel like, this is the first step, sir. Let me clear the first step. Then I starting preparation for the mains. Never it happens. Whenever you are having the complete knowledge, then only you will qualify. If you prepare only for this one, you will be here itself, lifelong. Take it to be granted. You will be here itself. Lifelong guarantee. If you prepare only for this one, you need to prepare for the entire whole. Is called as a holistic approach. Then you will qualify. Why this is somewhat tricky and difficult? Because it is the decision making process. It is a decision making process. What is preliminary point? Nothing but it is a decision making. Whether you are saying yes or no, there is no such thing called as let me check, let me explain, let me give an example. No, there is no such explanations. Simply they will be asking A or B or C or D. You need to take a decision. Whether that is yes or no, or white or black, true or false. You need to check, you need to take the decision within no time. Whether that is true or false, you need to say either true or false. You cannot say, sir, something is true, something is false. You cannot say that one. That's why it is called as the decision making. How sharp you are in the decision making process. Who will be deciding? It is the preliminary exam. You need to have a quick but accurate decision making capacity. This is the quality you are tested here. In the very first step, what is checked, what is tested, your decision making capacity is tested. Then in the mains part, your character is tested. Your character is tested. Sir, how can they see my character, sir? I am there somewhere in Kerala. and the people are evaluating in Delhi, how can they can check my character? I'll give one situation. Suppose if these people ask you to write something like, maybe one, let me give one live example so that I can, they will be giving one topic like write about the education in India, simply, or population of India in 250 words. Whenever you start writing about the population of India, about education of India, the way how you are arranging the things, that people can analyze by writing whatever you have written. By the writing of you, the people can analyze your character, whether you are arranging the things in a proper manner or not. When you can arrange the things in a very proper manner, provided you are having the ability to arrange the things, that means what, you are disciplined in your life, then only can arrange the things in a proper manner. These things, like, the questions that are being asked in the UPSC, they are not checking whether the answer you have written is perfectly true, whether you have given the number 1857 or 1947 is as perfectly true or not. They are not going to check that one. What they will be seeing, how you are representing, which is the first one. After the first, what is the second sequence? What is the third sequence? Whether you are having the ability to arrange everything in a sequential order or not, so that even a normal common man, whenever he is reading, he is in a position to understand or not. That is what they are checking. What they are searching for. Once you are explaining some phenomena, whether you are explaining the phenomena in a very perfect order or not, so that your answer is understandable even for a 10th class standard student also. This is what they are checking. When you can arrange all these things in a very perfect manner, provided if you are perfect, then only you can arrange the things in perfect order. Meaning what? They're checking your character. They are checking whether you are having the character of doing some service to the society or not. They are checking whether you are having the ability to help the poorest of the poor or not. They are checking whether you are the emancipator of the women or not. Are you seeing a woman as a person who is going to change the entire society or not? This is what the character is being tested. This is the main part. Don't think that, sir, evaluation is not good, sir. What do you mean by evaluation? The people are evaluating what? Not the answer you have written. The things that are behind your answer. If you are writing everything, like you are writing something regarding India, or writing regarding Mahatma Gandhi, by your writing, the people are in a position to understand what is your mindset. What is your mindset? In one example, in one interview, what happened? See this one interview. In one of the interview, one guy was screwed like anything. And this guy didn't enter into the service even today. What happened? Unfortunately, this guy happened to be my friend. Okay. Now, see this one. The panel, in the interview panel, they identified that this guy is not giving good respect to the women. Somehow they came to know about this one. They are started, the women members were there in the panel, 2 women members were there, and they are keep on posing the questions. Don't you think that because of the software industry, because of liberalization, privatization, globalization, where more and more private companies came in India, and the middle class women are engaged more in those industries, and because of this one, the family structure is getting degraded in India. Then this fellow, he wants to pretend. What is his original character? He was suppressing his original character and he was pretending. What is the pretend he is explaining? Yes, ma'am, women needs to be given more authority. Women needs to be given more power so that they can bring such a great change in the society. Srimati Indira Gandhi. This guy is explaining all those things which are already there in the textbook, in the paper, that is the broad knowledge. What is his inner intention? He never allows his wife to go for job. That is what he already revealed that one to the board. He said that, you said that, can you allow your wife to go for it? What is the need, ma'am? I am going to become an IAS officer, and what is the need of my wife going to the job? That is what he revealed. Then they caught hold of that one, and they are keep on posing the question, like, do you think that the women is not taking care of the family? Because of not taking care of the family, the entire system is getting getting degraded. This is what the people are questioning. When they are questioning, this guy is pretending to give the answer like, no, ma'am, women needs to be allowed to go to the job. Women needs to be given empowered. Women needs to be emancipated. Then only the society will become greater. This is what this fellow is keep on boasting and is pretending. Then the board said, yes, okay, your interview is done. You please leave the room. Then he was about to get up and he is moving. He got up from the chair and he is moving towards the door. Then the women member called again. Mr. So-and-so, do you think that is it the family structure is getting degraded? The youngsters are not being properly nourished because of the women working? Then he said, yes, ma'am. As the women is there in the office right from 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock, who is there to feed the kids? The kids are not being given proper nutrition. The modern generation kids are highly malnutrition because of the women working in the office. Gone case. Entire chapter was closed. This is how the people will be catching hold. Don't try to pretend. You cannot pretend here. Whenever you are writing essay of maybe 5 pages, what you are exhibiting, your real character. Whenever you are writing 250 words, what you are exhibiting, your real character. You feel like you are writing the answer. No, you are writing your real character. If at all you are really good at heart, definitely you will be selected. That means what? You need to be good at heart. Even though if you are not good right now, right from today, try to become good at heart to serve the society. Whoever is having the idea to serve the society, they alone will be there in the service. Take it to be granted. That is what this exam is. They will be checking whether you are having the ability to serve or not. Are you good at heart to serve the poorest of the poor people? These two again will be cross-checked here. These two again will be cross-checked here in the personality. If you try to pretend, and if you are successful, you will be caught here. But if at all you are really good at heart to do something to the society, you will be passed and you will be called as the greater civil servant. Whoever is having the ambition to make money, whoever is having an ambition to make some power, better not come into this field. Today itself you decide what is your life ambition, whether to earn money or power or something else. Don't come into this field. If you want to do something really, you want to bring some change in the society, really if you want to bring some growth to the society, really if you want to emancipate the poorest of the poor people, yes, this is the field. Unselfishly, this is the field. If at all you are having some other idea, better leave, drop now itself. Don't waste your time, because this is a valuable time for your career to be molded. If at all you are wasting 2 years, 3 years of time, it's not suggestible. So whoever is having some other thoughts, you better leave now. Whoever is having really the knack of doing or the zeal of doing something to the society, yes, you're all invited here. Is this clear? This is about the UPSC. Don't underestimate UPSC. You will be caught at every point. Provided if you are having the real intention, you will be selected. Is it clear? I have given the strategy. I have given the physical work, what you need to do. And also I have given the mental work, what you have to be. If really you are having that mind, you can do this work, physical work. Anyone can do this physical work. But this mental work, only a few people can do. And so only a few people will be selected. Is this clear? This is about the essence of UPSC. Is it okay? Hope I have given the important and valuable inputs to you. I'll take leave here. Leave now. You have a very great, bright future. Continue the classes every day. Try to follow and make your own notes. If at all you are not having any notes of your own, again you are missing something. Always have your own notes. Don't depend upon the textbooks every time. From the textbook, you need to retrieve something and you need to make your notes. Right? All the best. Take care. See you. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.